Welcome back to our channel, guys. Breaking news. Massive bombshell. Sami Brady is the one who basically bought the Kiriakis Mansion. Well, technically her fiancé Dante Vitali is behind the secret offer. And Maggie and Xander are absolutely furious. Tricked. Bamboozled. They feel completely played. Because Xander was backed into a corner. He was trying to protect Victor's legacy from EJ DiMera. EJ has been circling Titan and the estate like a vulture, squeezing them dry. So Xander made the agonizing choice to sell the house to a private buyer, an Italian billionaire with a massive conglomerate. A cash offer that Xander simply could not refuse. But he didn't know the truth. He didn't know the buyer was connected to Sami, and the fallout is going to be nuclear. So let's back up and look at the mess. The Kiriakis empire is in shambles right now. EJ DiMera is calling in massive loan. The entire estate is on the line. Xander is miserable, heartbroken, powerless. He has been trying so hard to redeem himself, to honor Victor, but the money just isn't there. And Maggie is devastated, facing the loss of her home, the place holding all her memories of Victor. Every room reminds her of him. And let's not forget Xander's personal life is a wreck too. He is watching Sarah Horton move on with Brady Black. Sarah is lying to herself, exchanging "I love yous" with Brady. But Xander knows her heart still belongs to him. It just adds to his total misery. He is losing his family home and the love of his life all at once. So when this mysterious Italian billionaire swoops in with a mountain of cash, it looks like a miracle. A lifeline. Xander thinks he is doing the right thing, keeping the house out of EJ's greedy hands. Maggie agrees, because they literally have no other choice. But things are never that simple in Salem. Never. There is always a catch. Always a hidden agenda. Enter Dante Vitali, Sami Brady's new man, and a guy with some seriously dark family ties. The Vitali family is notorious. Mobsters. Dangerous people. Dante might be estranged from his family, but he still has major underworld connection. He knows how to move money, how to hide his track, and he intentionally hid his real name on the real estate paperwork. Why? Because Xander would have never sold the Kiriakis Mansion to a Vitali. Never in a million years. Xander knows how dangerous that family is. He used to be a ruthless hitman himself. He knows the history. So Dante used shell companies, corporate jargon, a faceless Italian conglomerate. He tricked Xander, tricked Maggie, and the sheer disrespect of it all is what has Xander seeing red. A total betrayal of trust. But wait, there is a wild card in all of this. Philip Kiriakis. Philip is currently pitching the most insane, delusional plan in the history of Titan. He wants to gamble. Literally gamble the company's future. He begged Gabi Hernandez for a $5 million investment. And somehow, Gabi actually agreed. Gabi handed over $5 million bucks. So Philip is taking that cash to Monte Carlo. High-stakes poker. His goal? To win $200 million. $200 million. Just like that. It sounds crazy. It is crazy. But Philip is desperate. He wants to be the hero. He wants to save the company and the mansion. And he is willing to risk everything on a single hand of cards. A total shot in the dark. And Gabi? Gabi is conflicted but tempted by the power. She knows Philip is a mess, but he convinced her that she owes him for past betrayal. So she threw down the $5 million. It is a wild gamble for her too. And Xander is losing his mind over this. Furious. Enraged. He thinks Philip is completely delusional. Because, let's look at Philip's history. He makes reckless choices. Emotion-driven mistake. Whenever Philip feels emasculated, he self-destructs. We have seen it 100 times. And his mother Kate just enables him. Kate is literally patting his arm, comforting him, while he plans to gamble away their last hope. Xander sees the writing on the wall. He thinks the poker game is a guaranteed disaster. That is why Xander pushed forward with the house sale. Because he didn't trust Philip's crazy Monte Carlo scheme. But maybe Xander underestimated Philip's luck. Or his card skills. Because the spoilers are pointing to a massive twist. Because here is the twist. The spoilers are hinting that Philip might actually pull it off. Or get dangerously close to the magic number. Imagine Philip sitting at that high-stakes table in Monte Carlo. Sweating, betting Gabi's million, and actually winning the $200 million needed to pay off EJ's loan. If Philip wins, he is going to immediately call Xander, screaming into the phone, telling him to stop the sale, telling him they have the money, and Xander is going to pull the plug on the real estate deal at the absolute last second, literally moments before the ink dries on the contract. A massive near miss for the Kiriakis family. A buzzer-beater save. And that is when the truth finally comes out. When Xander backs out of the deal, he gets a look at the real buyer. The corporate mask slips, and Xander realizes he was inches away from handing Victor's beloved home over to Dante Vitali. To Sami Brady, the realization is going to hit him like a freight train. He is going to be sick to his stomach. And furious. So furious. Because he realizes he was played for a fool. And Maggie is going to be just as angry. They were targeted, manipulated. But pulling out of a deal with a Vitali comes with risk. Huge risks. You don't just walk away from a billionaire with mob ties and expect zero consequence. You don't just walk away from the Vitali family, even an estranged one. Dante is a billionaire with underworld ties. He doesn't like being told no. He doesn't like losing a deal. So part of Xander is going to be looking over his shoulder, worrying about retaliation. Will Dante send goons? Will he try a hostile takeover of Titan? The Kiriakis family might have saved their house, but they just made a very powerful, very dangerous new enemy. And Xander knows he has to protect Maggie and baby Victoria from whatever fallout is coming their way. He is going to be on high alert, expecting an attack from the shadows. But let's talk about Sami. What was her plan here? Why does she want the Kiriakis Mansion? Sami is currently living in Europe with Sydney, but the spoilers say she is making a grand return to our screens in June 2027. This house purchase was clearly laying the groundwork for her comeback. Marlena is going to find out about this. Marlena is going to realize that Dante was trying to buy Sami a second home right here in Salem. A massive estate to rival the DiMera mansion. Sami never does anything quietly. If she is coming back to Salem, she wants to return as a queen. And what better castle than the Kiriakis estate? It fits her chaotic energy perfectly. Sami has a history of explosive return. She fought desperately to reclaim Sydney after the Switched at Birth saga. She hates Kristen with a passion. And with Kristen currently targeting Sydney, Sami's return is going to be nuclear. She needs a fortress. And the Kiriakis Mansion was supposed to be it. And you have to factor EJ into this mess. EJ wanted that mansion. He was squeezing Titan to get it. How would EJ react if he found out his ex-wife Sami swooped in and bought the prize he was hunting? EJ would lose his mind, especially right now. EJ is already spiraling, grieving Lexi, fighting with Chad, dealing with Kristen targeting Sydney. EJ's life is a mess. Sami buying the Kiriakis Mansion would have been the ultimate insult to EJ. A massive slap in the face. It is almost a shame the deal is going to fall through, just because the EJ and Sami drama would have been legendary. Just pure, unfiltered soap opera gold. So here we are, a total mess. Philip gambling millions in Monte Carlo. Xander fighting to save Victor's legacy. Gabi risking her inheritance. And Sami and Dante lurking in the shadows, pulling strings from Europe. The Salem real estate market has never been this deadly. Or this dramatic. We are going to be watching this storyline so closely. Because when June 2027 rolls around, Sami Brady is going to hit this town like a hurricane. And Dante Vitali is coming with him. The Kiriakis family better lock their doors. And EJ better watch his back. The drama is just getting started, folks. And we are here for every single messy second of it.